Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you all so much for your support. I'm really sorry that I haven't been about. I am going to be putting out 2 videos a week from now on, so please look out for Ghost Photos Part 4 and Max Spiers Part 4 as well, which is going to be out this week. If you haven't already done so, please have a look at my other videos, and if you want to put any requests in, you can do it by leaving a comment in this video. I'm really sorry, I've tried to do this video about 4 times and I've had so many different problems, so hopefully, fingers crossed. Sorry, doing thumbs up, don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so here we go.
Max Spiers, a British conspiracy theorist, died 7 months ago in Warsaw. But there's still a question mark over how he died. Had Max relapsed into drugs in Poland? And who was he with? A descending silence is making it hard to get to the answers.
So this is his death.
Have you had any contact with her since the night that he died?
Yes, I have. I spoke to Monica for probably a couple of weeks.
Okay.
She was kind. She lived in
So
a
I think
lovely
this is
house.
his
And she'd
girlfriend,
said
I
to Max, come stay here for a while. Got a couple of good business things that we can get going.
Do you think it was just a business relationship?
No, I don't. I believe there was a lot of pressure from the other side, not from him.
Why do you think Monica's stopped being in contact?
I don't know what
should
happened,
say that.
but I know
She
that
says
there's been
because
a
she's
lot
his
of
mother.
people suggesting a lot of things and pointing a lot of fingers in her direction. I'm sure that she wants to go very quiet.
Some of the people caught up in Max's story have been attacked or accused online by other conspiracy theorists. It's all got pretty bitter from what I can see. Monica's certainly not alone in going quiet. Perhaps she's afraid. But as far as we know, she was the last person with him.
Theorist.
Vanessa told me
Everyone
that
has
Monica
different
sent her
opinions.
Max's phone and computer, but that the laptop had been almost completely wiped. Maybe by Max, maybe by someone else. I head to an address where we think Monica may have lived.
I'm not surprised.
This
I think
is
you
the
knew too
only
much,
house that we can
if I'm
find
honest.
in relation to Monica DeVal. It's the only address that we can find with any attachment to her name. So we don't know if this is the place that Max died, but it could be, and that's why we've come here today. We know that he died in this area.
A bit freaky.
Let's just
And sad.
ring the bell, see.
I'm gonna guess no one's gonna answer. I wouldn't if people were hounding me.
No, I think there's probably no one in. We could leave them a note. Hi, we called earlier from the BBC.
Yeah, that's it. Leave them a note.
Please get in touch with us.
Okay, I think it might work.
Monica is absolutely vital to this story. Monica and Max had some sort of a connection, and I want to know what that is. And if I can find out what that was, then maybe I can find out more about Max and who he was.
Oh no, I'm not even shocked.
Monica has now been interviewed by the prosecutor in Poland, but we're not allowed to see a transcript.
Oh, she doesn't owe anyone anything,
There are,
does she?
unsurprisingly, some theories that the authorities bumped Max off because of what he knew. There's no evidence of this, and even in the conspiracy world, not everyone thinks Max was credible.
We think Mr. Spiers is not a credible person, and we base that on the fact that he seems to collect the research of other people and presents it as his own. And the super soldier, it's about
That's a bit weird.
having special powers, superhuman powers, right? So obviously you can imagine how easy this would be to verify it.
Did anyone ever ask him to show his skills?
As far as I know, not really, and that's the weird part. They should have done that.
That is strange.
As you can see, everything's still
Also, someone
clear as
superhuman,
mud.
I'd be asking.
It's hard to work out what happened in
Prove it.
Max's last 3 months when he was based in Poland. We know he was in a sort of relationship with Monica. There's a question mark over whether he relapsed into drugs and what drew him to Poland in the first place. Why do you think Max was so drawn to Warsaw and Poland? Was there a particular vibe here around conspiracy theories?
I'm not sure about the vibe. Poland used to be a very diverse country. After the Holocaust, Poland started to be a communist country. In society, there were almost 50 years of distrust towards the communist government. It was very controlled, watched over, and there was a lack of political freedom in
like be the
Poland.
last place
So after
to
the
go,
transformation,
wouldn't it? Trying to get away from the government.
when things changed, many people were still distrustful towards the government.
Distrust is something we're definitely coming up against. There's a conference of conspiracy theorists or truth seekers happening in Warsaw. Initially, they were up for us coming and filming, but they changed their mind. We're not welcome even to listen. The shutters are coming down on us. I really wanted to go to this conference.
Maybe getting
just
too
to
close
listen,
to
just
the
to
tree.
see what it was like. But they're obviously quite suspicious of the media. We're probably part of the New World Order, as far as they're concerned. So we can't go. But I want to be there. I want to see where Max last gave his last speech. If we can park. I mean, who's not fascinated in a story that possibly involves aliens or satanic cults? At the end of the day, though, Max died in July. And I do worry, and I'm curious whether all of these stories are actually overshadowing the truth of what actually happened to Max. So this is the building where Max gave his last lecture in Poland. We know there are people who knew Max inside the conference. They really don't want us here. But that doesn't stop us going inside and retracing Max's steps. 6-7 months ago, Max was standing pretty much exactly here. From what we've seen, this is one of the last photos of Max alive. Something definite about Max Spiers, finally. He felt really accepted here in Warsaw, and he felt he'd found some people he could talk to about his beliefs about the world and about himself. Having recognition and people listen to him was probably a very important thing for Max Spiers.
Isn't it to most of us?
Conspiracy theories are not based on rational thinking, but they are based on intuition or some sort of distrust. We call this type of reasoning a monological belief system. So this is a view that the world is ruled by conspiracies. And the content of the conspiracies doesn't matter. What is important is this level of distrust. We have some data that prove that belief in conspiracy theories can lead to feelings of powerlessness. This is some sort of vicious circle.
Sounds quite dangerous, especially because you can sit online, can't you, for hours and just go through conspiracy theory after conspiracy theory and speculation.
It's not that conspiracies are making people feel more frightful, but also we know that frightful people are usually more prone to believe in conspiracies.
Max's mum Vanessa knew that he was sometimes afraid and anxious.
It's a lot of fear, isn't it?
What I worried about was that when he started to get worried about people who were interested in him to the point that they may follow him, he started to think that people at certain times, it's a slight paranoia.
What was Max afraid of? Whatever it was, it seems that he wasn't the only one afraid for his future. We've been sent some emails that suggest Max was not in a good way.
Would you be willing to help Max Spiers? I think that he needs an urgent help.
Wow. Crazy. Right, that's it for this. So next week, 2 videos. And if you haven't already done so, please check out my other videos and please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Thank you. Bye.